Right, today we've come down to take a nature reserve down at Clara Vale, and there's a couple of bird watching hides there.
I'm not sure if you need to use them still or not.
And we're going to check them out to see, like, I know the lockdown's been over, but people have still got to do the social distancing, and that would be hard in the hide, because they are just small hides. But we'll have a look anyways. I've got the key for them. There's a couple of ponds just like through that grate. You're going through the wood there and around. But the last time we came here was a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Aye, at least that.
So we're going to have a look anyways. It sounds quiet. It's red hot. Like, it's one of them clammy days, you know, where there's no sun. If the sun was, it would be too hot. It's windy. I can hear a pigeon in the distance, and that's it. It's like the back end of the year. I mean, you know, we're not going to find any nests, but, well, we might. You know, you still got the summer birds. It's only August. So we'll have a look. Good for a walk at one of our nature reserves today, but just across there, sitting on the reeds.
The moorhen sitting.
Alright. See if I can find it on the camera.
Oh, see. You got it in there?
I'm pointing at it. Crawling
Oh,
shot.
there they are. I mean, it's far too late for anything in this.
Aye.
Some company down that Hood. It says there's still lots of good using it, but they've put on feeders now, huh?
No, there's no there. We went to the nature reserve hut.
Well, it might be now that there was nobody in, but
It's just across there in the trees.
that's still sitting there, though.
Oh, there it comes. Sort of wonder if that's got a nest.
It's too late, though, isn't it?
No? We used to find them in the summer.
Somebody coming along. I thought.
I'll turn the camera. There's
Wait,
a couple of women coming. I'll turn the camera.
I thought.
I'll put the camera back on there because we can hear the little chicks.
You can see one just there. Yeah, I thought it would have been far too late. I know the double and triple rule, but I thought like now still like April, May, June, like it's then September.
That one's went in behind the reef, what I was looking at. It's still there, like.
There's the mother, still there.
But the parent bird's still there.
Like the mother.
But I can hear them tweeting away, like. Oh, it's at the front. Oh, there she goes.
So these must have only just had fruit sort in the last week.
Alright, because they're quite small.
Definitely didn't think it would have been. Is that the same one coming out the side, or is that a different one? Coming from that way?
I've got it on camera there.
Is that the same one, or is that another one?
It might be. It went around the back. I don't know if it came out that way. Cause I think I can only hear the one. You can imagine the survival rate on these not being very good in this, like in a woodland setting.
You got that one on the camera, the parent one there?
Aye.
I don't know what you see it on that screen. Are you sure it's in?
It's.
Alright, aye.
I was just trying not to zoom in too much because it was.
Shakes a lot.
It was shaking a lot.
Maybe to steady it up, like, can you?
I'll have to work that out in the editing studio.
Well, there's the chick one, the parent there. Oh, there's two.
Oh, right.
There's two chicks, there's one there and another one in there.
Oh, and there's one just behind I.
It's a pity you couldn't have got the camera on the stand and just...
I know, but it's like the grass is too low though, isn't it?
You should have the high.
Like too high.
You should have the high stand. And I've got your little GoPro on the...
I have, but that's that's got image stabilisation, but you cannot really zoom in on that though. If I connected my phone, it zooms in like 10 times. It might zoom in like that much, but it just wouldn't be worth it. Now this camera's quite stable, zooming in that far. It's when you zoom in that little bit too far.
I mean, I didn't even expect to see them, so it's...
No? Oh no, definitely not. Huh? It's still good that we're seeing summer. And they're quite used to people and all, because it's...
It's like you say, they must have just hatched last week or two.
Aye. and it's just carrying about its business. It's like clotting on with a bit of food there, feeding that little chick.
I mean, we've seen two, there might be more, sort of hidden away. Because there's that little one there. Yeah.
Aye.
That's a week older than most, that isn't it?
Oh, they're quite small, aren't they? Because their eggs are about nearly the same size as a hen's egg, aren't they?
Well, like a banties or something,
Aye.
like a small. Like a small. And
I'll show people the pond. Because it's not quite much of a pond.
that's just a little pond, but it's a pity. If we had come here a week ago, we might have, the nest would have been on there with eggs. So
Aye.
maybe 10 days.
And it would have been easy to fill them because it's quite close to the edge. Because there's no reeds in the middle.
Why would not have come here next year?
Aye, well look, when the reeds aren't as tall and one can get in. Well, at least we've seen something.
Oh, we're going for a bit
One of our bird watching videos, they've actually got a bird in. Yeah, well, I've just put the camera back on because I've just noticed the other one's sitting on top of the reeds.
That's a female on the top, innit?
On my anywhere near it on camera.
I'm saying that's got to be the female one up the top.
Because
it's lightweight, it's less colourful, it's just pretty much.
I've got that on screen.
Well, we're both. Aye.
Oh, there it is. It's quite well camouflaged. At first.
Like you say, that's got to be the female on it.
Oh, it's all nice and brown. It's fanning itself the cool doing. Because the other one was in the reeds at the bottom there feeding. I didn't even see that one sitting on the top. But that's where the other one...
I didn't think it was there first because I seen some movement. I think it's just come up from the back.
It could even have the nest in there. You know, like how it's crept up the reeds. Because the other one was sitting on them reeds as well. Well, no, the other one was sitting on the reeds just a little bit further up, wasn't it?
I suppose if the nest was there, it would be quite hard to get into.
Because it's quite a high bankside. And I wouldn't, it's like quite thick. I wouldn't want to go and run there and disturb it. There's a path, but I wouldn't want to disturb it. It's not really worth it just for a water hen. Plus they're hatched. They're going to be on the water.
If you had it enough on it earlier on.
Oh, aye. If it had eggs, it would have been, because I could have just lifted the tripod over the top. Right. Well, we've come a bit further around into the wood. We're on the footpath, and there's this bit here. It looks like it might have been a hut, yeah. It's like a square. But
just a stroll around. We're not going to find it. It's too late, but we're just
a bit of a bench there.
Might be worth coming here next year, early on, April.
It looks like it's been kept reasonably for the meadow type.
I'm not sure if somebody's walking right here, boys.
Oh, I can see a couple of people doing the bottom. Right, I'll put the camera back on in a minute when we get past them. We'll dawdle. Right. Then people are gone. But a couple of conker trees there. Horse chestnut. There's not many on that one in front of us, but
we can get many kids playing conkers now.
Oh, and that. There's quite a few on the entry there.
I remember we used to walk by night trying to get conkers off a tree.
To gun, aye.
Oh, I get beside a big tree in the middle of the field.
Aye, in the bottom.
Massive, the tree, and I used to climb right up the top of it, you know.
Aye.
But I think everything's early this year now. Even the fruit, not the.
There's a lot of raw nut.
Some of the blackberries is even ripe. They're more normally like late September, October.
When we were kids in the 70s, and if we had a tree, like an apple tree like that in the woods, you know, it wouldn't have any apples on it. They would have been big enough to eat in the 70s. No, they look decent, didn't they?
Crab apples, why they were edible, really, they were proper bitter ones.
Aye, they would get a bad stomach eating them, wouldn't you? No, they were terrible. You sort of knew what they were because they tasted like crap. I can hear something in here.
It might be a good idea to come here early on next year.
I've got the camera on. I don't know what this is. I can't recognise the car. Oh, magpie. It was making some dodgy old noises. Oh, it's just on the tree there. What does it say? 2E or something?
The pigeon's just up there sitting on a branch. Can you see it? up the top there, just there.
Oh, in front of
Wood,
it. Aye, just up
just
through
sitting
there. Well, that's another bird for the video.
Oh, there's another one up there now. Couple just right up there. Can you see it?
I'm looking. Oh, aye, there's two. Aye.
That way, them will be nesting still.
Aye.
Them will nest right into like back in September, October. I think they can nest most of the year.
Aye.
What do you don't hear that magpie squawking? I can't see it. But,
I'm just getting them pigeons in. You know, bird box on the side of that birch tree there.
I think when we come here a couple of years ago, we come early on, and April and we just went to the hut.
It might have even
But
been
to
March
me,
or something, you know, or
I
February.
think if you come in here April, May, then you have a good chance.
Like right in the breeding season properly.
And,
There's a lot of them bird boxes around, like. Oh crap, what was that? Whizzing on me head. What was
that's like slate on it. Now like a pipe, now looks like a bit of pipe or something cut. See, it looks,
it is,
doesn't look like what it looks like.
You're right.
Say pipe stuff, and then that little box looks. It's definitely not wood.
I'm just getting them into the light so people can see them. Either them like moulded type. That bottom comes off. I mean that bit of pink stuff comes down.
It looks like
So they can clean them out.
it slides down there.
Number 3 and number 3, yeah. Probably a good idea using them like, you know, the clear type ones because it's that way the squirrels kind of get in.
The squirrels will not be to get it the moment.
Aye.
The wooden ones would just come straight in there.
Aye, it's the same with the woodpeckers and that. They'll have no chance.
I never thought you could probably make some bird boxes just out of it. Now have you got a pipe right there?
Like a drain pipe, like an old drain pipe.
Sort of stuff and drill a hole in and just block the top and bottom in.
Aye, you could. Is that part of the pond or is that a stream?
Yeah, I didn't have part of that same one where we were.
There's a boardwalk on it? No. I've no. We didn't come round here.
I wonder if there's out under it. The boardwalk.
Aye. We better ask Bruce. I think he done the better version, Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Aye.
I'd have now done the original.
I forget his name. I do remember it.
Somebody will. Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. We'll just confidently walk across one of these one day and just go straight through. Wonder if there's out in there.
Insects with pond skate, isn't it?
Looks like a well used.
Well, I want a hen rid of it.
I thought I could hear chicks or something, you know. I can hear something cheeping. Now with this one, if it comes into view, I'll be able to get the camera on the tripod.
It's right in the back there. Maybe it's now if you were stood over there. Might it will stand up there, we might. We've gone over there.
We'll get the camera on the tripod.
You get a better shot now.
I'm sure I can hear a little cheeping now. Can you?
We'll stand over there.
Aye, I thought it might have had chicks. I will walk around. I was looking in that phone. No, it looks good. Extending the legs on the tripod. It's hiding. It'll come back within a couple of seconds, won't it? I've got a sandwich in my pocket. I might try some bread in the water. Well, I know they said don't feed the ducks bread and that, like, but I think they will eat it. I've got the camera on. I just didn't want to catch on camera.
I didn't realise.
I know. That's why I'm pointing the camera at the floor and everything, because you were going to wire in front of it.
I thought you'd switched it off.
Oh no, I left it on. That tripod. I was hoping they might have came into view, that's what I left it on
They
for.
might not know, like, they might be scared and so hiding, but
No, it's just like, they're just under that tree.
unless you leave it there for 5 minutes, we'll step back a bit and just...
I'll turn the camera off. For us.
You what?
We'll come a bit away from that pond, just into the woodland part, and this big old tree here, is it?
That hole in the middle of it, it looks good enough for the right time of year for an hour.
Alright, just up on the top there.
Big.
Alright.
Perfect room, yeah.
It looks alright.
The hole in the bottom could be big enough for...
Oh, there's a hole at the bottom, because that's what made me look, this one.
You can't quite fall back.
Alright.
Yeah, I do now the right time of year.
It's actually got bits of stuff in there.
Is it?
Aye, as if someone probably used it as a nest. Now once I've moved them out the way and let the light in, camera can see a little bit.
It's probably one worth coming over there next year.
Aye, we'll check the place out next year. Like in the spring.
Apart from the huts and then there was a big pond and stuff. And
aye. We've just came up that way, didn't we? Shall we follow this path?
I was just having a look.
Oh, there's a pond there. There's a big pond there. I can see it through the
I
trees.
think that's the pond from where the hut is.
Aye.
Where I was heading, you know.
Right, I'll turn the camera off to sort of get through. A bit further through the wood, just climbing over the fence there, but above it, there was an owl box. Looks quite old, like, but you could see through the, like, there was a couple of little tiny holes in the bottom. You could see there was an owl in there. Wrong time of the year for them, anyways, like, but just thought I'd put it on there. Show you, I'll zoom in on it a little. Just sort of makes the video a little bit more interesting than what it is. Working my way back up to where the ponds were. We've been cutting the grass on the path and just throwing it there. No, they're still not come back. It's all connected, like, isn't it? You know, this pond to the first one's just there, what we came in. And that's that second one what we've just been on, where where the water hens got chicks again, but then there was another pond further down where the water hens. It's like 3 water hens nests within 100 yards. We'll definitely have to have a better look, like, in April. Well, we couldn't do it this year, could we?
Right, yeah.
That was the only trouble one this year. But we'll come here April next year, and all this should be a lot lower. All the vegetation. It soon the drawing saying vegetation. I was thinking vegetables.
Oh, no.
You know, it's like weeds, but... Right, we're going to check out the next bird watching hut. Right, we're walking down to the hut. To the hide. We call it a hut. The hide. It's a nest on the branch too, there.
Alright.
So there's a songthrush or something. We'll have a look at that on the way, but I don't know if I can get a run that way. It looks a bit grown in, doesn't it? Right. We're at this hide. This is the first one.
Big
Red hides, oh god, aye it is, aye. Clear Corona Conservation Group.
It says not to use them. Recommended not use the hides until further notice. Which I would have thought you would didn't use them unless somebody was in.
What I'll do, I'll knock on the door.
But it says not to, like. Well, you didn't see it locked anyhow. Like people would lock it on the inside.
I've got my key. Didn't like coming in for a while.
A big rat from running.
Scared to stand in here. There's a pencil on the wall for the book. But
there's no food even on the table.
There's no time. There's normally food all over and the birds are all over the place, but there's no. It doesn't look like it's been used for a while, does it?
No.
No, they're not putting out in. It's a good place to come and all, but
a little poster on the wall there. And on the birds.
Aye. Bird ringing. I wonder what that's about. In progress, please keep your dog on a lead. They must put these out when it's a spring. Right. I'll get a view of here. We're going to check the next hut or the next hide. See if there's any different. Right, we've arrived at the next hide. I'm just going to have a quick look. Alex West hide. Got the same sign on. I'll knock on the door. It looks and smells cleaner than the other one. Oh, there's a water hen just down here, Philip.
Is it?
Oh, just beside the feeder there. It's like, see the feeder thing?
Alright, I couldn't get enough. Alright.
Probably get a better angle, but not on that side where you are.
Probably.
So I'm looking through. Because the big pond is just through there.
Should have got that water hanging. You get a good steady close up.
It's actually moved. It's gone now. I did get a reasonable shot of it, like. Not sure where it's went. Don't know where it's gone. Last time we were seeing woodpeckers on there was kingfishers, there was other things.
No, but
Right, I'm just going to have a quick look at the logbook, see if anyone has been in, what date it was last used. 17, that's around date. Oh, the 7th to the 7th, that's July. Oh, so people have been coming in last month. Is that the 17th or the 20th? The 17th or the 7th, huh? My logbook. Right, so we're going to look this back up. Right, we're just coming back to the van now. Just in them willow trees next to the van there was a pair of magpies. It's blasting away up through the tree.
it's like you see them puts that haven't even looks like they haven't been putting on food.
Ah, you know, it's a bit. Oh, they haven't put any food. We didn't, apart from the water hens, we seen out. It's still warm. It's like there's no air. Cannot breathe. Oh, there's a magpie flying away. And the other one. And the other one there. Right. Right, so it hasn't been an exciting video, but we went out for a good walk around and...
But you ever see bird watching videos, are that exciting?
I know. True.